Hi everybody, this is Black Pixie and I am back with another video. And this video is story time. This happened, I think Friday or Saturday or last week. I think it was Saturday. Saturday gone. No, it was Friday night. Friday gone, Friday night. And I want to tell you the story of how this came about. Well, me and my husband was in a car accident December 5th, 2018. This F-51 Ford truck, he T-boned us on my husband's side. I didn't see the accident, but I heard it and I felt it. My heart popped out of my chest and snapped back in. So with all of that going on, I'm getting physical therapy now to deal with the back and the neck and all that. Now, my husband didn't want any payment, so he went and bought this car is a Buick. I think it's a Buick Century. An old model car, 2000 Buick Century. Car ran good. You know, it's nice, clean car. But anyway, he paid straight up cash for it, He got his money back from the insurance for the cost of the other car. To pay the other car off, he was almost paid off and he had very much on it. So they paid that car off, and the money he got left from that, he bought this one straight out. Well, I love driving in this old model car until it started running hot. Didn't have any air, didn't have any heat. So that was my issue with it. So it started running hot after maybe a month or so. Yeah, after a month it started running hot. So he's doing different things, find out what's wrong with it, find out the thermostat, went and bought a thermostat, and one of his good friends got a guy that do maintenance work, and he came and put the thermostat in it. Well, after he did that, the car run okay, but the car still kept running hot. So he's trying to figure out what else wrong with it. Maybe the water pump, and maybe this, and maybe that. Well, he come to the conclusion that it needed some kind of fluid poured in it. So what he did, well, before the car stopped, we were going to a restaurant to eat out. The car kept running hot. So he ended up pulling over to the supermarket, the Food Line supermarket, because the car kept running hot. After the second time, he pulled over and, parked the car, went and called his cousin, who has a record, to come pull it to the house, and he paid him. The car didn't shut down. He just wouldn't drive because he didn't want it, to mess the car up completely. So he had to pull it home, but he still could have drive it, a little bit. He can't drive it far, but to work or whatever. But anyway, he got the car to the house. He's going, instead of him letting his friend take him to get the thermostat, he drives the car to the Advanced Auto to get the thermostat. Now the guys come to the house with the friend to fix the car. He's not there. So he's trying to make it to the house before they leave. And, it kept running hot. He got to keep stopping. So the last time he just pushing and got home. And as we turned in to go home, we saw his friend that was leaving. So they turned around and followed us back to the house. The guy looked at the car, said, yeah, this is wrong with it. And he came back the next day and fixed, and put the thermostat and all that. And like he said it ran okay. He drove around the neighborhood. He said it ran okay, but apparently there wasn't all wrong with it. And so that's how we get to this point right here, where he ended up driving the car to Advanced Auto to get the liquid, whatever, to pour in it after it ran hot, after the guy put the thermostat in. I didn't want to go because I just knew the car is still running hot. So I want to go. I'm sitting around here. I ain't going. So he pacing a little bit. He said, "Well, I'm going." Just felt like, okay, it's not a this guy's gonna do this. He's gonna do that because when the car quit on him at work and he hit the wall, he calling me 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, about the car won't crank this and that. Now why I'm gonna do? He already at work and the car don't want to crank. So okay, so I'm on the phone. He talking through it all mad. He got to walk across the road to the building he actually work at from the main office where he used to go over there for something because he get there early. So he finally got it to crank and he talking about it must be something about me because when he on the phone with me he went back to the car and the car cranked. And he made it to the building across from the plant he was and went to work. Okay, he went on into work. Now, after all of that, so with that said, that's why I went. So when the car quit or whatever, he's not gonna be calling me about this and about that. I'm at the house. What can I do? So I went with him. On the way back, the car running hot. He slowed down. He need to pull over, whatever. But he said he gonna try to make it on home. Now, almost home. The car stopped being hot and red. It went back halfway. It wasn't hot no more. I said, okay, it's not running hot no more. Okay. All right. So he kept on going. As soon as we got to the turn to make the left turn to go on the road into the neighborhood we live in, he made that left turn. The car sat there. He waited for cars. Now these line of cars is way back. Had the car been in okay condition, he would have made it turning. But something just tells me that as soon as he go to make that turn into the neighborhood, the car is gonna stop. Straight across the road while the traffic was coming. And I may be disabled and sick, but I know how to move fast about a car. As soon as that car would have stopped, my door was opening and I'm getting up out that car. I was about to get hit because too many people get hit on that road. I just go fly into some kind of instinctive thing. But anyway, as he went to make the left turn, the car just stalled. He said, the car shut off. We got a line of cars behind us. It's not a line of cars behind us. And a line of cars coming. We in the middle of the road getting to make that left turn. Okay, people behind us all mad because they were telling us to go ahead, boom, boom. And we sitting there, he came and see he had a car on, so he didn't know where the emergency signal button was. But messing around and dark and whatever, he finally found it and it come on. And then people start realizing. And you know always gonna have one crazy person blowing all mad because he wanted to get out of the way and all the way. So he said, well, I need to go ahead and get out the car. So I went and got my bag, my pocketbook, the bag I had. I made sure traffic was clear because people stay getting bust up on that road. So I went on the road and I stand in a little corner over there from the road and I watch him try to push the car out of everybody coming around. Don't see the car stop. He trying to push the car out the road. Everybody going around, nobody stopping. So I'm standing there looking. All of a sudden, a white lady came out of nowhere in the dark walking toward the car. I'm like, where she come from? So I look up and I see that little black car pull off the side of the road because the store was right there, the gas station was right there. So her car was like right there just before you turn in that gas station on the side. So she coming and she said, I saw the car and I figured something wasn't right. So she's coming to the car. She said, you need me to push it for you? So the white lady, to tell you a little backstory about a lady. My car, a couple of years ago when I had my other Veil, about 3 years ago, tire went flat. And I can't change a tire because of my scoliosis and stuff. I can't change the tire because of the lifting and whatever that. So it was a couple of black men came along. They standing there watching me. Not one of them offered to change the tire. They standing there looking at me, just talking or whatever. I'm like, okay, why are you talking to me? If you're not going to change the tire, why are you talking to me? So I'm all in the trunk. We're trying to figure out whatever. And so all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this white lady comes and she said, oh, your tire's flat. And she said, do you have a spare? I said, yeah. I said, yes. So I'm in the trunk. I'm showing her where the spare is. I lift the thing up. She pulled the spare out. She got the lug wrenches, whatever, and went to taking the tire off. Now, this man standing over there, he looking at her. He comes over there talking. Oh, he's mad now. He over there talking. Oh, he need to take the tire off. The lady looks at him. He trying to stop her from changing the tire. I just look at this guy. You were standing here the whole time. You didn't even offer to change that tire. So this lady down there, changing this tire, taking the tire off, and I'm standing there watching her. He comes over there, taking stuff out of her hand, and she's looking at him, trying to stop her from changing the tire. Oh, he the man. He can change the tire. I say, I look at him, I look at her, we looking at him like, she did not let him stop her from changing that tire. So she kept right on changing her tire. And he over there trying to help him, whatever. So she took the tire off, put the other tire on. Oh, he's helping now. So they got the tire on. I said, thank you so much. And she said, oh, you're welcome, this and that. And she went to her car and she been gone. I said, okay. I'm on my way up. I was at the library and the tire went flat at the library. So I'm on my way up out of there. So that's why I say white women. So the white women, so that's a white lady. And this is her right here pushing the car. And this is my husband's foot right here. He's in there trying to guide the car. They was having a hard time because even though she was pushing it, they needed a little bit more help. So now I'm standing over here. You can't see me. I'm taking a picture. Taking this picture. And I don't know what did my husband say, Barbara, you come over here and steer the car while I go help her push it. The lady jumped, said, oh, I didn't even know she was over there. So I'm weary of being hit by a car because this street right here, countless of women don't get bust up in the road by a car all the time. Accidents, you just get hit by a car. So I make sure there's no car coming in that direction. It took me like a whole good 2-3 minutes to make sure nothing coming. And I crossed the road. So I got in the car. He went back there. So I got in the car, steered the car, and he went back there and helped her push it. So they tell me how to guide it because I'm already nervous about getting hit by a car. But I wasn't too nervous because I believe in angels protecting me. But anyway, so I'm steering the car. We got the car completely on the side of the road, off the road. So we got it completely over. Now, as they got over, he thanked her. I watched where she went, and she went walking back. And I figured she gonna get in that black car. I didn't really see her get in it. And he said, well, where did the lady go? I think I said she was up there. I think she went to the store. I saw a black car went into the store or whatever. So I'm thinking that way she went. It's dark, so I ain't sure, but that's what I think. So we got the car on the side of the road. And as I got back across the road, I saw a truck that looked like my husband's friend truck. I said, that looked like Robert's truck. He said, yeah, that's his truck. I said, you call? He said, yeah, I called him. So, I mean, we home. Just go down the road and make left and we home. So, we got in the truck. They took me home. They were in the house. And then him and my friend went back to the car. He poured the stuff in the car that he had got from the Advance Auto. Car cranks up. He made it back to the house. And, he followed to the house. Everything cool. So, at the moment, we have a rental. We got a rental yesterday because the car been sitting in the yard. The car been just sitting there from Friday till Sunday. He didn't drive it or whatever. But, so we got a rental until we figure out what he's going to do. So, anyway, with all that said, now, my husband don't believe in angels helping you directly. But, when we was in the car, just before the car stopped, I felt that had he turned that car, it was going to stop. I just mentally knew that. So I believe the angels stopped the car right in the middle of the road and protected us. I believe that. And I asked my husband after we got to the house, I say, you know, I felt the car was going. I said, I felt the car was going to stop had you turn. And I said, and I felt the angel stop the car. And I said, did you feel that? He said, yeah. That's the first time he ever felt anything. Because he gets mad with me when I talk about angels. But I believe angels protect us all the time. I believe we got guardian angels, and I sure believe I got one. Because there are other incidents that have happened also that convinced me to believe that. Persuaded me to believe that. So on the way home, when he was with his friend and he was taking us home, what did I see? It's very colorful, bright, blinking lights, different colors. I call it a spaceship, but it's like a plane. You know how you see a star, a big old star, and it just twinkles and be moving? This was bigger, and this is the second time I've seen it. I saw it last year, cross over the neighbor in front of my house. Now, I said it starts to the east of me because it was a real loud plane crossover, and it was so loud. I was on my laptop and I didn't move. So I just sat, all of a sudden felt like something was sticking in the bone in my neck back there. So I'm like scratching, trying to see what it is, and it just kept getting worse. So I just jump up out of the bed and run to my sliding glass door and saw the back of the plane, because it was at night. Saw the back of the plane. But see, this was before the car stopped, a week before, whatever. And saw the back of the plane, the little lights going across the trees. Then while I'm standing there, I look at the left of my eye, and I always look at the stars because they are so beautiful and bright at night. They're big and twinkling. So I happened to see this little colorful, big old star, big, over there to the left with all the lights, which is the same lights that I saw cross over last year. And my husband talking about that was a long distance truck. The neighbors do have a long distance truck that have those lights, but the truck drives out and past my house. This didn't happen. These lights slowly passed over the neighbor's house. So I know I seen that truck drive out all the time, so I knew it wasn't the truck. And that's the same, what I call spaceship, that slowly passed over the sky, and I stood there and watched it. Those lights just passing over the trees, going to the other side of the sight. I'm saying, oh, that's a spaceship. That's what I'm saying. Now, on the way home, now, that was before that. Now, back again, when my husband's friend was taking me home, and they come back and do whatever with the car. So I'm blind in the right eye with cataracts and glaucoma. So as we was going, and he got to the end of the road, and he made that left to go to our house, because our house is on that road, I just automatically see the same big old, I've seen planes, and this is not a plane. This just sitting over there. It's not moving. It's just sitting to the right of me, and I'm looking at it. I said, oh, not that smart. That's that spaceship with all those colorful lights that I saw last week. It just sitting there. And then we went on home. I'm like, okay. So I tell my cousin, I said the angels was protecting us. I said the angels were protecting us. And man, I just believe that. And he ain't even argue with me or got irritated or nothing. He just ain't say nothing. So I've been having experiences like that since August 2017, when I started my spiritual journey. When I decided that I was just completely done with religion, because religion, they say you shouldn't judge people, but that's all religion do is judge you. I just got tired of being judged by everything. Can't breathe right, can't do nothing right. So I say I just so done with religion, and I took up spiritual. So I'm on my spiritual journey, and I've seen a lot, and I've learned a lot since then. Seen all kinds of things, but they're all positive things, and some other positive things too, concerning animals, concerning insects, and all kind of things. I have a lot of nature stories I can tell you that I've seen, that I've never ever experienced ever in my life, and I was born and grew up in the woods. back in the country, or in the country, what they call deep country. You got to drive a half a mile to get to the next car. That's how I grew up. So that's my story time for this incident that happened. What it is Monday, so it happened Friday night. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 3 days ago. This day's Monday, 3 days ago. So I thought I might share that story with y'all because it was just amazing story to me. But anyway, this is Black Pixie, and I will be back with another video. I have a lot of more story time to tell. I may tell some of the old story times that I've experienced, and I will probably tell you the one about the deer. And then I got another one. I have a picture of the hummingbird, a video of the hummingbird, and I'm going to tell that story one day of the hummingbird, which you can really see. You can really see it. So, but I'll tell you how I spoke to the hummingbird and whatever. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I will be back with more videos. Bye.